All right, time is 7 o'clock in India and 12:30 a.m. in Australia, from where Swati ma'am has joined. It's a great pleasure to have you, ma'am, with us
Thank you, sir.
in the early morning there. And I'm sure that all the participants will be largely benefited out of ma'am's experience. In fact, she had taken many workshops under the umbrella of MTC Global, and all the workshops were highly appreciated. And participants also, no, they were immensely benefited out of that. Now, it's my great pleasure to briefly introduce ma'am. Dr. Swati ma'am is an accomplished academic and industry expert with over 18 years of experience in education, research, and consultancy. She collaborates with institutions like Golden Gate University USA and Universal AI University to enhance academic research. Dr. Swati ma'am has conducted numerous workshops with MTC Global, including using AI tools for academic research and AI tools for student engagement, alongside other impactful sessions on AI, entrepreneurship, and financial valuation. Her collaborations with ICWA, RVO, and Grant Thornton highlight her commitment to upskilling professionals and advancing academic excellence worldwide. Dr. Swati is an accomplished academic and industry expert with over 18 years of experience in education, research, and consultancy. She collaborates with institutions like many institutions, in fact, across the world. And it's a great pleasure to have ma'am with us. And as I said, that is already tomorrow there in Australia. So with great difficulty, and ma'am is very keen, in fact, to share her knowledge, especially in the area of artificial intelligence of late. And she has taken many sessions, and it's a great pleasure to have ma'am with us. And I thank all the participants for joining this workshop today and tomorrow. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you, Bola. So it was really nice once again to join such a wonderful session with wonderful participants. And I wish this the same like in the past our workshops have been the same way this workshop also with lot of interaction and good discussions that we can come and if and any query the participants have. So I'm always there to resolve to let see how we can go ahead and make our academic journey a wonderful academic journey. So once again, I welcome all to another session on your AI tools, application of AI in an academic research that we are looking forward. I know academic, when we are talking about the research, the most difficult part comes when you start the journey of academics because it has been over a decade and close to 2 decades that I have been associated with academics and coming into the research part. It was really challenging when I was also going through with my PhD, and I am fully aware there would be a lot of research scholars right now who would be looking ahead how to move about and how to go about with this journey. You people are quite lucky that now you have the wonderful technology. When I started way back in my PhD, and I hope people of, if I talk about after before 2015 and all those early 2000 people, they would be very much associate with my viewpoint on how our journey used to be sitting in the library, exploring the Google and reading a lot of papers and all. But now, definitely, things have really changed because of technology, and it's a good change. Trust me, it's a really good change. The reason being, we used to find a way to talk to people. We used to look into what we called it, have a brainstorm and discuss with all maybe our seniors, our colleagues, to understand the experienced people, the experts, to understand how to go about what should be our next step. But now you have uh, the technology that supports you. Because why I have started with this particular, I'll just Because a lot of participants in my previous workshops, they always ask that, ma'am, having technology and specifically what we are going through with these 2 days, we are talking about AI. Um, will it substitute or degrade at the quality of the research and all those stuff? So there are a lot of questions that goes around, and trust me, it has been more than 2 years that I'm using the AI tools. And one thing I understood by using this AI tool is that it really brings the quality, and it's a kind of a support that it provides. It's not a substitute. Please, whenever I start with my class, and I'll make sure that we need to be clear that AI is not substituting any academician. It is supporting and giving a one step ahead to all of us to be a smart researcher and explore new field. So that is all the whole view that I would be going through with you all, that how we can go about with it, and at each step, what are the tools that are available that we can use it. Okay. Now, before starting, let's understand, whenever we start our research journey, can anyone tell me what is the first foremost task as a researcher you have to accomplish? What is the first task? Let's make it an interactive one, because I don't want it like a classroom kind of stuff. Because we all are on the same platform, like you, I'm also on the same, I'm also a researcher, I'm also an academician. So from the same fraternity, let's have a discussion. So what do you think? What is the first step as a researcher? The first task? Uh, yes,
Ma'am,
Fatima. Yeah, please.
I think to understand what are you wanting to research.
That's really true. Yeah, like Fatima was saying, review of literature, that was what I was thinking of. Fatima, ma'am, when you're talking about review of literature, so what literature you want to review? You need to define that literature. And as Geet has rightly mentioned about it, when I'm talking about the what is very important, what do you want to do it? Right? Like if I say, like I am a finance professor, so finance, accounts, these are numbers and these are a very broad terminology. I need to narrow it down. Narrow it down, like then I looked into being into the technology. So I just narrowed down my finance into the digital transformation, talking about more how technology can be integrated into finance, then the acceptance. So I have been narrowing down and looking into the more from the perspective of the consumer or from the customer perspectives. Then I looked into from the entrepreneurship perspective. So I have clear thought in the mind that what next I'll go ahead. uh, yeah, in the terms of, yes, what is your area that you need to define? Because you can't say that I'm into finance or I'm into even the corporate finance also. So, because when you are doing a research, research always work in a funnel. You start with the broad and comes into the narrow down. Now, sorry, at our time when we were coming into the narrow part of it, we used to talk to our experts, our guides, right? So now and have a discussion and try to explore more and more ideas that are coming into our mind and just discussing the feasibility of the same. And in today's the present scenario, lot of scholars have a basic complaint, or they come and say our guide doesn't give time, or I don't have anyone to talk, or where I'm going, or I have spent too much of time on my identification of my theme, my research theme, my research topic. Now, to just support that, to just drop down or to delete that particular time period where you are spending so much of time on just searching, just exploring your research topic. If we just put a short span to it and then give the majority of time to do the research, so that really helps. Yes, Mr. Parmesh, you have some query, please. Parmeshi, you have raised the hand if you have anything. Okay, I guess fine. So let's start with the first thing when we are looking into that how to do the brainstorming, how to identify my research topic, right? Now, for that to identify the research topic, I generally use the first AI tool, which we all very well are aware of, is ChatGPT that I use it. Now, in case of ChatGPT, everyone use it, everyone is aware of it. But the challenge comes when you use ChatGPT is the way you draft your prompt. Using ChatGPT, adapting ChatGPT is one thing, but you adopted it? Have you understood it? How to use ChatGPT? That is very important. So to start with this workshop, the first thing we will go through with the how to draft a prompt for brainstorming to come to a conclusion, to come to a research topic or a research idea using ChatGPT rather than talking to the experts or with your friends and colleagues. What now you are doing? You are just talking to, you're communicating with one of the AI tool and have a discussion. So it would be a general conversation that you would be having in the same way that you are having with your experts, with your friends, with your guides, right? So without wasting time, let's go ahead. Uh, can anyone, if anyone wants to do some research idea, they want to explore any research idea, just drop down at the chat box. I'll take that any one idea of yours, one of your from the participants, and then we'll use it in the chat GPT. Anyone want to share any idea? So it will, rather than me, hmm, okay. I hope my screen is visible. Great. So let's take Shruti's one, that is AI and HRM. Okay, that would be a good one. Uh, Okay, now it's a very broad one that you are using it, right? AI and HRM, right? So whenever you are, see, as I mentioned earlier, that you are having a communication, you are talking to a, you are one of the AI tool, and that AI tool is ChatGPT. So when you are talking, you have to first make your tool understand what role, because it's a kind of a role play that you are playing. The AI doesn't know anything, right? So it's a kind of a role play that you are playing, and you have to make your AI tool available, understand what you want from what kind of answer, what kind of discussion you want to go ahead, right? So let's say, starting with the prompt, I'm giving the role to my AI tool, that is act as a now the first is, now I have given AI tool that AI, now you have to work as a researcher. Now very now I can say as a academic researcher, right? Then you have to use the verb what next, what task you want, right? So I'll asking identify research themes on AI and HRM. See, AI and HRM, it is basically you're looking into, or I can say, integration of AI, integration, integrating AI and HRM. So let's take a small, see, remember, whenever you're creating a prompt, don't create a very complex prompt. Don't create a very long prompt, because conversation, when you are having a conversation, do you just throw all your queries at one go? No, it's a one by one step process. It's like a conversation that you are doing. So please, let the same way have a conversation. So I just asked them to identify the research team on integrating AI and HRM. Very simple one, right? So these are the themes that they have looked into. AI in talent acquisition and recruitment, where you are doing AI-driven resume screening and bias mitigation, predictive analytics, right? Employee performance management, learning and development, AI in employee engagement. Just a second. Workforce analytics, ethics and governance. So I have just got a lot of themes. Now it is asking me, see, the conversation has started. So the last line it said, would you like me to refine any of these themes based on a specific context? Now it's now giving me, it's a throwback question to me that they are asking. So I have to identify which theme I am looking into. Let's take the first one. Yes. Um, theme one. So I'm saying that yes, I'm looking for theme one, uh, focusing on resume. So I'm saying theme one, focusing on resume. So AI in resume screening and candidate selection. So it will be giving me now. It's the theme based on specific. It's all refining. It is refining my this particular theme. So in this also, I would be looking into, let's say, AI in resume fraud detection, right? Uh, great point. Elaborate point four and identify research ideas, research idea, right? So it's just I'm doing it. See, remember, I'll not copy what it is there, but I will try to refine it, right? So let's see. It has given me that AI in resume fraud detection, right? It is giving me the key area of research is AI algorithms for resume fraud detection, cross-reference digital footprints, blockchain and AI integration for resume authentication. All these they have given potential research idea. See, it has given me a potential research idea that is AI-driven resume fraud detection, leveraging machine learning and blockchain for authentic talent acquisition. Very different research questions, right? How effective are machine learning models in detecting fraudulent? Can blockchain technology enhance the reliability? Now, uh, methodology that I can analyze resumes with known fraud cases versus verified credentials. You can develop the model. Blockchain experimentation can be done. Evaluation metrics can be created, right? So this is one. Now, let me take that I'm not a technology person, right? I'm not the one who wants to develop a model, right? So say I am not a um, technology expert who can develop the model. So make idea from the perspective of HR professional, right? Or management scholar, right? And I don't want for a particular broad area, right? Right. Now, to make idea from the perspective of HR, because I don't want it to be very complex, right? Uh, also, write the research gap, right? And research objective accordingly. Now, again, I am repeating, don't copy exact what it is there. As an HR professional, it has just narrowed down your discussion. It has narrowed down your thought, and then you can see, okay, these are the things. So this is the research gap, right? It is talking about now implication of HR decision making and ethical recruitment practices. So you can now see explore HR professionals awareness and acceptance, right? Assess the impact. So here you can do conduct the in-depth interview with HR managers. Also, you can do gather data on HR professional perspectives of AI-driven fraud detection. You can do the case study. See, the ball is in your court. What do you want and how you want to go about, right? So this is the way you can go ahead and do your discussion, right? So again, I'm repeating, have a talk, have a conversation. It will really help you to develop your own research idea and your own theme where you want to go. Now, based on this, you can move ahead to the next step. What is the next step? What do you think? I got it. What I basically looking forward. Okay, I'm looking for this ethical recruitment practices. I'm looking forward as a HR management scholar. Now, what is the next step? Anyone? What is the next step?
Should I be looking at the existing theories which are linked to these particular topics?
Yeah, or the literature. You identify the
Yeah, for
existing
literature
literature.
review, the existing theories or the existing
Okay.
logic.
Yes, you would be. Uh, just yeah, one of the participant has not joined. So yes, definitely you would be looking into now. The next step is going through the literature and identifying the theories. Now, Geet, you have said you would be identifying theories. Now, from where you will get those theories?
From literature only, from existing literature.
From the existing literature. Means you
Yes.
have to look forward, you have to search for the papers. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
Right? Now, generally, what is the source we use to search for the papers? Anyone? What are the sources that you look forward for the papers?
Google Scholar or Scopus Index database.
You look for the Google Scholar and the Scopus Index database. And
Right.
you
So,
have to read all the papers,
Yes.
yeah, you
right?
read the abstract, you get an idea.
Yeah, you read the papers and then you find out, oh, these are the papers, these are relevant, these are the paper which are quite irrelevant. Means you get a whole bundle, right? Now, when you look into the Google Scholar or you look into the Scopus also, how you identify it? You create a string,
Yeah, keywords. Yes.
keywords, yes or
Yes.
Yes.
no? You create the keywords and the strings, right? So I'll give you two ways to do it. One is as you people do it, creating the string. And second is if just by simply having the research question with me, I can identify relevant papers that these are the papers that I should read it. Beyond which it's just a waste. It is what I'm structuring my reading as well. Instead of going around the bushes and trying to identify which are the relevant papers and all, what if I know these are the papers, yes, that I should read it. So that is what we would be going through with the next step of it. Now, the first, generally, people use Scopus Index, right? Now, for Scopus Index, you people have rightly mentioned it that we use what we have to have a string, the keywords. With the keywords, we create a kind of a equation with and or and try to look into. Now, sometimes what happens, that string is not clear, or there would be definitely people who are very new to it, that how to create that string, how to use it. Am I right?
Yes, you're
So,
right. Absolutely right. It's one is totally lost.
yeah, where to use and or,
Yeah.
then your quotes and how to go about with it, right?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
uh, Geet, how you use it? If
Yeah,
you
so
want to
what I
create
did
this thing.
was, yes, my experience was I just put my title, I blindly put the title because I didn't realize. I mean, I didn't know how exactly to go about putting the keywords because, yes, you do start reading the abstracts, but that is only afterwards. To first search for the papers, you have no idea what are you looking for.
Yes, that is the biggest challenge because you will then
Yes,
find, and at the end you feel so high. It has taken a lot of your time. At
absolutely.
one
And you
end,
find
you
irrelevant papers.
yes,
Because you don't know whether it really works or not, and then you go to sleep. Every time you access a paper, you don't know whether it's really you lost.
yeah,
You're right,
definitely it
ma'am. You're
happens.
absolutely right.
See, the keywords are the major challenge. How to make first, how to what to identify, what are the keywords and how to make it. That is the biggest challenge. Now, just imagine you have your friend which is expert in that and supports your research, which helps you to identify the keywords based on your research question and create the string for you, at least a base, so that you can refine it accordingly. At least you get something in your hand. Okay, oh, this is the framework that can I can move ahead and can do it, right? So for
Yes.
that also I would be using again chat gpt because I have identified the research question. Uh, great. Now, based on above research objective and research question, identify keywords and create the string for searching research papers on Scopus database. So what I am asking now based on the above research objective that we have selected and we are trying to go ahead, we'll ask them to identify the keywords and based on that keywords create the string. And I have given it that string would be used for the Scopus database, right? So let's see. So these are the keywords that they have identified. Have a look. It has given me the synonyms also, the relevant keywords based on the research objectives and the questions. And this is the string. Here you go. Now this string, at least you have a base or you want to refine or you want to based on the see. It has given the all. So accordingly, you can now create it or at least you have something and you want to add and minus and something like that that you can go ahead and do it. So you have a base now that you now this just copy this on your Scopus database and use this string. Trust me, you will get all the relevant papers and it would be
And ma'am,
quite
how
easy.
many keywords has it created? It has scrolled up. I didn't catch
Okay,
it.
these are the keywords. It has taken, see, based on the relevant
Six,
keywords.
right? So six. I
Yeah,
mean
it has
six
see.
set of,
Yes,
right?
because one is on, no, no, it is not six. See, the first is based on AI in recruitment. So it
Okay.
has taken artificial intelligence, it has taken AI driven
AI driven
recruitment, it has
and
taken
AI in
AI in
hiring.
HR, hiring, right? Then
Right.
detection, fraud detection, resume fraud, fake credentials, resume verification. You can also plus minus accordingly. It has now just
Okay.
given you some base
Hmm.
that you have understood, okay, yes, these are the terminologies that I have to look into.
Perfect.
At least you
Understood.
have something with you. You
Something
are
quite
not
a bit.
you're
Yes.
not just roaming around and you are not able to okay where next to go or ask people around that how to identify the keywords and how to make the string. So now you have the string as well with you. Even if you have the keywords, you can create the string. You can ask, you can just type the keywords that these are first you have to see, remember you cannot, based on the keywords it will create. You have to give him the research question or a research objective that this is the research that I'm going to do and I have identified these keywords. Now, based on the same information, create a string that I can search papers on Scopus database. So you have to clear the whole picture. The first step is
Right.
to clear the whole picture. Okay. The second thing is just have a look in all my prompts. See, only at the first go, I have given him the role. In the rest of the prompts, I don't require it because why I don't require it? Because now the conversation has started. It's not going like every time I have to tell him this is the role you have to play, this is the role you have to play. No, one time you have mentioned it that this is the role you have to play, then gradually the conversation will start. Now your chat GPT is conversing with you as a research academic researcher, right? Even you can say that act as a PhD guide. So, and as a scholar, you can talk to your PhD guide, and it will give you that kind of answers, what you're looking forward. So, whenever you are having a conversation, please make sure you are just talking to him with the role that you want to assign. So, assign the role. That would be very interesting, and you will get
Yes.
your quality kind of response.
Ma'am, we need to create a communication between me and AI, right? Like,
Yes.
as a research scholar, I should write my topic here, and first I need to ask, please suggest me the solution about the topic.
What solution would you want?
Oh,
You have to ask him what solution you're looking into.
I have one topic, and
Hmm.
I need to ask about research objective, research questions related to the topic.
So in the same way that what I have done, you have to give him the role. Then
Yes.
my research theme is this. Now, based on my research theme, identify the research objective or write the research objective and research questions accordingly.
Okay. One by one.
Okay, let's do one thing. Let's take a 5 minutes. Meanwhile, there is one more question. One more person has raised their hand. So I'll go through. Take a 5 minutes. Write your prompt on the chat box, right? I'll just refine it
Okay.
accordingly, right?
Okay.
Anyone, if just write your prompts, all the participants, you can just write down your prompts. Then I'll just check, select any one prompt or two to discuss whether you have going right or wrong, right? Irfanji, you raise the hand, please. If you have any query, please.
Yes, ma'am. Very good evening. Can you hear
Good
me?
evening. Yes, yes, very clear, loud and clear.
You are giving a very good lecture about the chat GPT. I have actually one question regarding if we are using the information of chat GPT, particularly for research. So how
Yeah.
can, as a researcher, we can verify the accuracy of the information provided by the chat GPT? Few days back, I was even doing the review of literature. It gave me just what you call it as wrong citation, even wrong citation. It created of itself the citation. The paper was not there even.
Yes,
So
definitely. That's
I
why,
was put off to that. Yes.
yeah.
So how can
If
we verify the accuracy? Yes.
okay.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
please. Mm.
Irfanji, that's what I mentioned earlier also. You can't copy it from ChatGPT straight away. It is just giving you a support and you're having a conversation with your friend. Number one.
Mhm.
Number two, nowhere down the line, I have asked my ChatGPT to do the research. If you look into my prompt, I've asked the ChatGPT just to refine my thought process. I'm having a
No, no.
conversation with regard
You are
to,
not
just wait,
getting me.
I'll just let you know. Now, what
Yes.
I'll do, based on what it has given me, the research objective, I will
Mhm.
verify it with the papers.
Mhm.
What you
But
were doing, you did the literature review with ChatGPT. Now, doing literature review with ChatGPT, that is not a viable one. There are other tools to do the literature review. ChatGPT is not good to do the literature review.
Actually, I wanted some papers to have just for citations. It gave me wrong citation. That was I
Yeah,
mean to
definitely it will give you the wrong
yeah.
citation. Out of 10, just I have identified out of 10, only one or two are right. Rest all are wrong.
Why is it so? Can you let me know? Is it not connected to the web or something? But I hope so. It is connected already to the web. Why it does it give wrong citations then? Why does it create of its own citation? I don't know
Because
about that.
it has not been
Mm,
trained to that level. Chat gpt is
mm,
not trained to that level. It is still at a see, as much you would be using it, it will be training itself, right? So still there is a lot of scope that is working on the same chat gpt, but there
mm.
are ai tools available which are doing the literature review, and they are doing the correct literature review.
Yes,
The
yes, yes.
citation and
They are
everything is
doing.
correct. But
Yes,
ChatGPT
yes,
doesn't
yes.
do that, because ChatGPT is a for chatting purpose.
Mm-hmm.
It is not for
I
review
don't.
purpose. But in ChatGPT, if you use GPT Store, if you take a premium version of it,
I do have that. I do
you
have
have.
that. And
So go to
yes, I
GPT
do.
Store. From
I
there,
have
you
not.
use it.
I have not explored many GPTs because of my work culture. I want to
Okay.
use ChatGPT. It is a
What?
wonderful tool, not even
It's
in
a
academics, for
wonderful tool. It's a
even for
wonderful tool.
everything. Even for everything, I agree with you. Yes, not for academics, even for the personal uses, for other sectors, other
Yes.
fields. It's a wonderful tool. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for answering to me. Thank you.
You're, you're welcome. You're welcome. And trust me, when you're using chat gpt, because as an academician there are a lot of responsibilities that we have to fulfill. Research is one of the tasks, because
Yes, yes,
our kra goes with teaching, especially in india. If I'm talking about in india,
yes, yes,
it
yes.
is on research, it is on teaching, plus the
Yes.
admin work also.
Yes, yes. It's
And it's
I guess everywhere also. I am in right now Oman. Everything is
you
the
are into
same goes to here.
everything, right?
Yeah.
So when
Yes,
you are
yes.
into all things you can't do it. So
Yeah,
take a
definitely.
support of this. You can have your whole class session organized with the help of
Definitely.
ChatGPT. You can have all
Definitely.
your admin works that can be
Yeah.
done through ChatGPT.
Yes, most of the people in the world get this as a support only. I know that. It cannot be a substitute. It's just a
It
support.
can never be
You know that.
substitute.
Yes, yes. Definitely. Thank you,
It's
ma'am.
a kind of assistance that you are getting.
Yeah.
Generally, we
Yeah.
ask, "Ma, please give us a teaching assistant, teaching assistant." So
Yeah.
the world has given you a teaching assistant. So use that
Yeah.
teaching assistant. Make him to
I
give
am.
you.
I am hoping for the fifth version. It is said that it is almost the human version, but they are not releasing that, the five version. We hope as a public we get it. Thank you, ma'am. I need
Hope
to
so.
leave now. I need to leave, go outside. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Mm.
You're welcome. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Yes, Amrita ma'am, you have a query. Yes, ji.
Yes, I have a query. In Chat
Yeah, please.
GPT, when I explored, I surfed through, I got two things. One was consensus and one was Scholar AI. So, what is the difference between the main Chat GPT and Scholar AI and consensus? Because I can see that I have to log in two, three times for using consensus and using Scholar AI and all that. So, I am getting overwhelmed by so many options being there in Chat GPT.
Okay. See, Chat GPT is only for the chatting purpose, right? Concises and all those are for the research, for the searching for the paper and making a structure review. That is a different AI tool that we would be now. The next step is that only that I would be going. Like
Okay, okay, okay. Got it.
Monaji has also suggest some other tools for literature review. Again, I am repeating, ChatGPT is not for your literature review. It is the first step of your research that you would be doing is to identify what you want to do it. Please uh, be clear on that. You cannot use ChatGPT for literature review. As Irfanji has rightly said, when you are using ChatGPT for literature review, it will give you a wrong citation. So you can't just copy and paste it. And apart from that, it will come under the AI plagiarism also. That's why don't use it for that particular purpose. Just you have your structured thought in front of you. Now you can twist and tweak with your research question objectives. And now the next is we got the strings, got the research question. Now we will be looking into the research papers that we want to study. Now, because uh, there are people, the scholars who say I would be using only Scopus papers, right? For Scopus papers, definitely you would be using the Scopus database. But now there are a lot of editors who are accepting the open sources also, who are saying your literature can be from any. It doesn't mean that you have to take it from the only the Scopus database and you are doing it, right? So for that, the next step that we would be going ahead and doing it. Uh, Before moving ahead, anyone has any other query?
Ma'am, same question. For medical literature review also, we should use GPT store or any other?
Uh, Saraswati ji, you are talking about when you are talking about GPT store. GPT store is basically a kind of store. Now, lot of AI tools have got themselves registered under the GPT store. So it's a kind of a Google Play Store where you find all the apps at one place. So you don't need to take a subscription of all the AI tools, because now initially they all were free because they were all on beta version, but now they are on premium. You have to pay the subscription. So the best is you can take the ChatGPT subscription, that is $20 per month, and you can get the access of lot of AI tools under GPT store.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Right now, I don't have the access because when I was in India, I used to have, but right now here, they have the text and all those stuff, so I'm not taking it. So that's a challenge, but my subscription got over also. But you can take it, the subscription, and use the GPT store there so that you don't have to purchase the AI tools, other AI tool subscription, that you can go ahead. Now, uh, any other
Okay,
query?
ma'am.
Great. So let's move ahead. Now I have the research question and I have the key strings. So without key strings, I'm not using this string because the string I have used for the scholar. So the first I would be using is lit maps. I believe everyone is able to see lit maps. Now, this is the first where you try to look into identify the papers. Now, these here, just have a look. It is search by keyword, author, DOI, PubMed ID. PubMed is basically for medical literature. It is wonderful database. Like for management, we have Scopus. For medical, the database is PubMed, right? So you can go ahead and identify the papers. Now, as we have said, for lit maps, so I'll go to Chat GPT. So I have given identify keywords for lit map AI tool. So these are the keywords that it has given me the key strings. So let me take one. I'll take this one. Let me say, okay, so it has given me couple of papers, right? So I can select one paper. Let me take the first paper.
Ma'am, I have missed what you said when you reached lit maps. Can you just, I'm so
Okay.
sorry, but if
No,
you can
no.
just
Again, I'm
summarize.
repeating. Yeah, again, I'm repeating. I went to lit map. I just mentioned one of the keyword. When I entered the key, typed the keyword, I got the couple of papers. So on based
Okay,
on these couple of latest papers, I have selected any one paper. You can select any one paper,
okay,
right? Whatever you want to, like this was on financial industry, or you can take the blockchain transactions, right? So
right.
I'm just taking one paper because here I'm talking about AI resume fraud. So it is giving me on financial frauds and all. It is not giving me on resume. Okay, it is not giving me on resume. Wait a second. I'll not go ahead with this.
So if on
Uh,
the resume, no, it says AI resume fraud detection.
yeah, that's what.
Okay.
So, oh, there is no paper on that. Okay. So let me
That's
take
a great
on
topic
resume.
then.
Yeah. I'm surprised is, yeah, it is giving on credit card deduction and all. It is not talking about resume. Great. Wait a second. Let me see any other keyword. Mm,
Can you type fake resume detection?
okay. Let's type fake resumes. No word for detection and all. Let's take fake resume. Yes. It's fake resume attacks, data poisoning on online job platforms, a survey on malicious application and fake user detection in Facebook using data mining. IT. So there are a lot of other papers which are not there available. Oh, this topic is, whoever is doing research on that, this is a wonderful topic. Wait a second, let me see. How is this
But ma'am,
possible?
they also say that if there is no research done on it, then how do you have anything which is there for literature review? And that might not be a topic which should be very interesting because you don't have anything which says that there's any backstory on it. Is that
No.
true?
See, the story that you have to create, you have to develop that story. See, if
Okay,
there is nothing, now I have AI in fraud detection. So I can link that this fraud detection, AI in fraud detection, it can identify the fraud now. Instead of financial fraud, it is identifying the resume frauds,
correct.
right? Number one. Number two, as you people have initially said, na theory. Now, based on that, you can identify the theories and try
True,
to
true,
correlate.
true. Yes,
Yes, it will support or this can be done. So, what you are proposing. So, that is what
okay.
the literature review does. So, if you see any kind of review paper, it is first what is the context, and then it gives you the future scope or the research scope.
Yes,
Yes or no? Even when you not only the literature review, now you have there are different review frameworks, and the very good framework which is very popular, that is TCCM. So in TCCM, when you are doing the context, you can very much identify that this is the context that can be used. That still it has not been used in that particular field, in that particular domain, and they can use it. So you are proposing it, and which will give a kind of base for your research to move ahead. Then you can have a discussion with two parts. One is the IT part, that yes, is it feasible that AI can detect the resumes also, fake resume? That is one portion. And second is the HR. If such kind of things comes, will you accept it or not? So you are creating the model. That is what it has created in the first go. when we have a discussion with ChatGPT, the first thing they said that create a model to identify the resume detection, fake resume detection. So that was the first. Then I said, no, I'm not a technology person. I can't develop it. So give me a something which, as a management scholar, I can go ahead and do it. Then it has talked about, okay, from the other side of it, that will HR will accept it or not. So in
Yeah,
this
correct,
line,
correct.
you can go ahead and do it. Now the best part is I'm not able to identify anything. So let me HR adoption of AI. Let's see, there's something. Adoption of AI based HR. Now see, now I got it. Now this is what? See, challenges and opportunities in adoption of AI in talent acquisition. This is giving you a base. HR management transformation in Indonesia. So this is giving you all the base, the storyline. So let me click one. Now, what you were asking me, how I'll create my story, what base? So this is how the base would be created. Lit map, as the word says, lit map. It will give you a map. What kind of map? Have a look. This is my paper which I selected. Now these paper, how it is linked with the my its reference papers. These are the see backdated papers and how they are interlinked to each other. Not to see this paper have the same one, same references as my paper. This paper is also referred in there and they have referred. See, I got the connect. So this is the way I'll create my story. So I got to know how my story is created.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
So this is the way, see, this is what? See, this Jelena's paper of 2022 has two references of my paper. So this is the link that you can get. Right?
All
And
right.
surprisingly, this paper is not linked to my paper. Then if I want to read that paper, I can take a paper and I can go ahead and look into. This is the abstract of the paper. It has 99 citations and 48 references.
And this paper is linked to Jelina's paper, right?
Yes, not only Jelina's paper. See, this paper is
Yeah, the
linked
other
to
papers
so many
also.
other papers also. So
Hmm.
I know how to read it and how to refer it and how to write it, how to present it in my papers. Creating a story. Plus, generally what happens, see, this is a very small trick to do the paper. Just identify one paper. From that one paper, take all the references of that paper and read those references. It is something like they are doing it.
Okay. All right.
And the now
So
best
that
part
would
is
become
this
your
that
core paper. Is that how it is? That you take a paper which is comprehensive in whatever interests that you have, or it can be just one paper which is more linked with the others over a time
no,
series.
the one paper which is more linked to your idea.
Yes, yes, to my idea. So then it becomes the core paper or the main reference
Yes,
paper.
yes. And from there, it's the same way, na, you are doing it. Like I have taken this Selimit as one paper, and then from their references, I have identified how they are linked.
Correct.
Correct? Now,
Correct.
in this, now, sometimes not through the papers, I want to look into the authors also, how they are linked, how other papers, they are related papers. I want to have a more a kind of presentation, or I want to go in depth of it because being a scholar, I want to read more, right, to understand more. So this is one. The second is which I was talking about is research rabbit. Yeah. What happened? Okay, now let's go with the research rabbit. Now see, it has given me add papers. So I'll click on add paper. The keyword that we have taken on lit map, let me take the same keyword. Right? And see, now it is giving me two. One is specifically to biomedical and life science, and second is the all subject areas. So I'll click on all subject area. See, I got the papers. This is the paper that I open in lit map. Now this is the same paper I will open here as well. Okay, and I'll just close. So this is the paper, have a look. This is the paper, right? Now this paper, there is no similar work in this. They have identified. Okay, it's not identified. So there are 6 authors in this paper. Have a look. So these are the 6 authors, and there is no citation of this paper. Okay, let me take another paper. Wait a second. What happened? A second. It's not giving. This first step it is giving in this way. Let me see any other paper. Just give me 1 second.
Ma'am, out of both of these, Lit Maps and Research Rabbit, which would you recommend? Is there anyone which is better than the other, or one can interchangeably use either of them, or one should look at both of them?
Yes, look both of them, and accordingly, based on your purpose. I'm surprised why it is
I think we
okay.
picked up something which is a major research gap in the world. Yes, no one has done
Yes,
anything.
seriously, I'm surprised, and it is not showing me the citation from these authors also. The reason being, it looks like something like this. I'll show you. This is like, see, this is the paper, right? And it looked like this.
Yes.
This is a similar work. There are 659 similar works, and this is the way a kind of a lit map works, a map where you have connections between how the papers are connected.
Right.
Then you can look from the author sites, even from this is a similar work. The references, there are 30 references in this paper, and how these paper have been referred, how they have been used. See,
Mm.
so this is the way. I don't know why not a single paper. There are 16 authors and not a single author has a citation. Even I have taken in other also.
Ma'am, there's not much work done in HR. They just randomly do their work. There's nothing organized happening, that shows that.
I guess they don't have access to these papers, so that's why. See, all these AI tools are using the research papers which are open accessed
Yes.
because now Scopus have their own Scopus AI. Has anyone used Scopus AI?
No, ma'am.
Because unfortunately, none of my associations have Scopus AI. If you have Scopus database, you just can look into or you can request for the access of Scopus AI. Again, it is a wonderful tool because I have uh, participated in one of the workshop of Scopus AI, but and I looked into the features. It's similar to all these features with the Scopus database. So, because uh, my participants asked, can we go to the Scopus database also? Are there Scopus index papers or something like that? No, they are not Scopus indexed papers. So let me make myself clear on that. None of these papers are Scopus indexed papers. So it can be Scopus index or it cannot be. So I'm not sure. So that you have to check if you are only focusing on the Scopus indexed papers. But people from the medical and all, you have the authenticated one. PubMed, I guess, is authentic database for medical one, and it is accepted. Like in our management, we have Scopus as a full-fledged. So Scopus have their own, but all these AI tools have PubMeds, and you can get the authentic papers. Also, these all papers are authentic is a similar way like in the Google Scholar, you get the open all the papers, whether it is Scopus and non-Scopus, ABDC, but the indexed is there or not, the papers would be there. So it's in the same format, just like your Google Scholar, but much organized way so that you can read the papers. Anyone has any query, any thought that they want to share? Right now, I've taken two, Litmap and Research Rabbit. Anyone has any query? Otherwise, I'll move ahead. Anyone, any query?
For medical also same, madam. This rabbit and
Yes,
both
yes, same.
GP.
Saraswati ji, if you have just seen, when I have opened the Research Rabbit, they asked me that from where you want the papers. I said
Yes,
from the
yes,
all
yes.
fields. You can
Okay.
just type for the medical one,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So you can just select the medical one and you can get your papers from there. Right, in Litmap it is on open database. You can get they can give you the papers from medical also. There is no particular, but in Research Rabbit they have mentioned specifically from PubMed. Right, the next AI tool which I would be a very wonderful tool that has been used, and I recommend you can take a subscription also for the same, that is Elicit, ELICIT. ELICIT. Now, this one is a very good one. Why? I'll just show you why. Now, this elicit not only identify the papers, the relevant papers based on your research question. Not only the research question, even from the concepts, and they can find the papers and all those stuff. Apart from that, it will give you a tabular, which the Excel sheet we generally make. You remember, you people would be aware of, when you read the paper, you create an Excel sheet where you say what are the objective of the paper, what is the outcome of the paper. You
Yes,
create some
everything.
columns,
Yes, ma'am. Everything.
everything,
That's
right?
a pain. Yes, it's a pain.
Now that pain is giving you, this AI tool will support you to just recover you from that pain. So let me take you. So this is one of the research question. Now here I'll not use the keywords. I'll take the research question. I'll take this research question. Just finger cross at least. Now this is the result. So it's evaluating the question strength. Great question. Yes, I know the question is great. Please. See, again, I just have basic one. So generate the report. So it is gathering the paper, then it will screen the paper, then extract the data and generate the report accordingly. So it has relevant papers identified. They are based on my paper. It has identified 50 papers they have gathered and they have created a literature. These are the papers that they have looked into. Just a second.
So are you saying that this is almost like what we hear about Mendeley and all that, which helps you create the... No, this is different, right? This is basically
This is different.
our Excel sheet.
Mendeley
This
is
is basically
reference.
the
Mendeley, Zotro, these all are reference
creators in
tools.
the word file. Okay, that
Yes,
is different, right?
that
So
is
this is
different.
the Excel sheet, which is the
This
real
is
tough one.
basically,
Yes.
yeah, this is basically identifying the papers. Apart from identifying the papers, it is giving you a summary of that paper as well.
Right.
You
Yes,
also
what
get
we do with
free
the Excel sheet.
subscription. I mean, is it a paid one? Because I was using the free one where it analyzes 4 best papers and give you a summary out of that.
Yes, Shruti it is the same, but the challenge in that, it gives you a limited access.
True.
But with a paid one, you'll get a good access and it will really help you. So I recommend to take Elicit. It really helps, it supports your whole literature review process.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Yeah. So it has gathered 50, screened the 5 papers which are extracting the data. See, this is the data points, this is extraction that they are doing. It is giving machine learning versus traditional HR in fraud detection. Then you can do the chat accordingly and create your whole. And then it summarize the findings. So it really helps to work with you to go about how to read the paper, right? What are the key points in the paper, and accordingly you can go ahead and do it. Now here it is identifying the papers and reading the paper as well. In Research Rabbit, in LitMap, it was just what you were doing. You were just identifying the paper. They were not supporting you to read the papers. Elicit gives both the way. It identifies the papers also and make your reading a structured reading as well. So that is the benefit in Elicit, that you can go ahead and use it. Right? Now, apart from Elicit, here what you are looking into, it's just working right now. So if you will use the upgrade version, it will take more papers and give you a more kind of a concise one, a little bit one step ahead of the what it is giving you right now and the free version part, right? So that is what the benefit of Elicit is. Apart from Elicit, it is giving you, like, let's say suppose you have the paper, right? You don't want to identify the paper, but you want to read the paper. So these are the tools that we have right now, we have looked into to identify the paper. Now, if I want to read the paper, now for reading the paper, apart from elicit, there is one more which we call it as Scholar C. This one, Scholar C. I don't know, I don't have login. Now, the benefit with Scholar C is the way you want to read it, how to read it, how the paper has been structured, right? It gives you flashcards kind of stuff. So this is also a good way to read the paper that you can use. Uh, Just a second. Sometimes technology also betrays you. Okay, so let me. Yeah. Yes. Have a look. So this is basically Scholarcy. It's a right now the library. So what you have, again, it is a paid version, right? Uh, Mine one is looking little different because of the region. Nothing else. Somewhat is same. So it gives you a summary, snapshot, key findings, objectives, methods, results, conclusions, right? The analysis part. So it gives you a way of writing. It gives you summary of each and every part, right? And how it was written, the to and fro, from which reference it is as a positive part, from which reference it has taken the negative part, like the against part and all those stuff, the way it is written. So that you can do with the help of Scholarcy. Scholarcy is for reading the paper, not for identifying the paper, the relevant papers, right? So please make sure. Elicit is for identifying and reading both. So that is the difference. So scholarship can also be used to read the paper, right? Now you want to, instead of reading the paper, you want to have a chit chat with the paper, a very different one. You want to chit chat with the paper. For that, you have chat PDF. What happened? So this is chat PDF. You just upload a PDF file, right? Upload a PDF file and you can do the chat just like in the form of chat GPT. Even you can read the PDF file on chat GPT. If you have a paid version, you have a good number of access. But for a free version in chat GPT, there are approximately, I guess, 10 to 15 free prompts. Means 10 to 15 times you can just read one paper or two, but you can do the attachment. It's something like I'll show you. Wait a second. Like if you look into this side, the plus sign, you can upload from the computer the file, any PDF, and you can start reading. If you have the paid version, you can go to the GPT store. In GPT store, you have, I'll just explore GPTs. See, these are the featured one. You can pick, right? The trending one, Scholar GPT you have, right? By GPT, these are the GPTs, data analyst, writing, write for me, AI humanizer. Now, AI humanizer is basically, we generally say na, that, oh, this particular text is being copied from AI or something like that. Now, with the help of humanizer, this is the basic prompt that we use to make our text as a human written so that it is not identified. So that is why it is used in that format, right? Humanize AI and all. This is for productivity, right? Presentation or AI PDF. So you can chat, recreate, or organize your PDFs, right? This is for research, concises, Excel AI, where you can do your data analysis, and it's a wonderful tool. Tomorrow I'll give you a couple of AI tools that you can use for data analysis, because generally what happened, you're not expert on all statistical tools. Very honest answer. People say, oh, then your work becomes very easy and you can do all those stuff. It's nothing like that. You first see the result. No doubt AI will give you the result, but you should know how to read the result. That is next to impossible, right? For that also you need to aware of it, but you are not aware of, or you don't have access to all the statistical tools. Like, everyone will not have an access to SPSS, or everyone is not aware how to use Python, how to use R software. So at that point, these AI tools help you. Because when I started with my R software journey, I'm not, for every thing, I doesn't know how to write the code. No doubt I know how to use R software, but if I want to do, let's say suppose I want to do a very advanced level of statistical tool, so I have to remember of code. Next to impossible, I can not remember any code, because I have not been into the technology as an IT professional. I'm into technology, but not as an IT professional that I do the coding, I can do the codes and all those stuff. So at that point, ChatGPT helps you. If you can use ChatGPT to write you can write R codes also, Python codes also using ChatGPT for any kind of statics you want to do, any statistical technique you want to do, and you want to develop a code, ChatGPT can support you. And there is nothing wrong or harm. It is not unethical. It is something like that. You are not going to some other person who is an arts expert, and you are any statistical expert, and you are saying, can you collaborate with me and do it? So best part is your ChatGPT is supporting you in that perspective. But you can definitely, you can go and see whether this is correct or not. That part can be done. So at least you have some support, or you are able to do that part, right? So that is there. Then this is for education, tutor me, universal premier, summarizer, law. Then you have like, so these are the tools that you can use with the help of. So that is a good one that you can go ahead and use it. Yeah, please.
Ma'am, this is Amrita. I wanted to ask about, you have just told us so many AI tools that it becomes really overwhelming, that, which one to use and when. So what should be the order of usage of these tools? First, we should go to ChatGPT and ask for the array, how to find it in, say, Elicit, or how to find it in Scopus index databases. Then, I mean, how should we go about it? Because there are so many tools nowadays that, which one to use, which one to really subscribe for, and which one to use free is something that we need your guidance on.
That's really true, Amrita. That's very correct, because now you have lot of products available. It's something like that. I went to purchase one toothpaste, and I got a full range of brands in front of me, and which brand to pick, that is the challenge. And under that one brand, you have different variety of products.
True.
Right? So the way you do your shopping for a toothpaste, in the same way you have to do with the AI tools also. Very honest answer. because it depends upon user to user in terms of how comfortable that user is. I'll tell you, there is one AI tool. I would be discussing that AI tool as well, but right now I'm just sharing, called Site, SCITE. Now, that AI tool, when I subscribe to that AI tool, um, I found it very unfriendly, kind of, very honest answer on that front. But that is a very good tool, no doubt. But I was not able to understand how to use it. I was not able to use that AI tool much more because it was not kind of, I don't felt comfortable using it. Whereas one of my colleagues was very comfortable using that site, that they were able to identify. So it is on the comfort of the user to user and the purpose that it wants to serve, what you are looking into that. Like I said now, like should I take research rabbit or should I take elicit? See, both are doing the same thing, but in research rabbit it is not giving you a structured reading. Elicit is giving you now structured reading, right?
Okay.
Second part, now technology is changing, so it's drastically changing even in the days time. Initially it was in years, then months, and then weeks. Now it is in days time. You will see all these AI tools are also changing. Trust me, this elicit, when initially, as one of the participants rightly said, it used to give a table. Now it is not giving you the table, it is straight away giving you the whole report. So it is all, they are also learning what researchers want. And lot of new AI tools are coming up. So the best part is at least start using one AI tool and
Okay.
get used to it. So that's what I generally say when we are talking about digitalization and when we are talking about whether there is a digital transformation, there are two concepts into it. Either you are adapting or you are adopting. Adapting is just I want to adapt and look into what this particular tool is. Like Google Pay, I just want to know, oh wow, it's so exciting to use it. But I'm not a user. That is, I have not adopted it. Adoption is when you are using it into day-to-day life.
Right.
Still in this, right now, the participants that I have in my this workshop, there would be participants who have not used ChatGPT. Number one. There would be participants who doesn't know how to use ChatGPT, right? Number three, there would be participants who would be using ChatGPT, but they are not sharing to anyone that, boss, I'm using ChatGPT because of there is a guilt in them,
Okay.
right? And number four, someone would be there, they would be saying that, oh, boss, yes, I am very expert or I am using ChatGPT, but they are not using ChatGPT at all. It is just to get a image, they are image conscious and they want to make everyone aware of that, yes, we are using it. Got the point?
Right.
So, and this is a research that has happened in terms of technology. So, come out of that guilt and start using it. Come from adaptation to adoption, and you will be able to answer your question. Just at a free version, you will. That's why a free version is there. Use that free version and understand, oh, yes, this is comfortable. I can take it.
Okay. Got it.
And definitely, like when you go and purchase toothpaste, when you use it, you feel, oh, this is bad. So you are spending some amount. So just take it, you are investing some amount in your research to do your research. And once you know you are getting your ROI, you will get your ROI, definitely.
Okay. Got it.
Right? So, like right now, I'll tell you the elicit is a good one that as I mentioned, that elicit is good. As compared to Research Rabbit, Litmap, they all were free, but now again they have made paid. Research Rabbit is free, so you can use Research Rabbit at the initial stage to understand and how to use it, right? Then you elicit and then start using it and make it in a comfortable way and start writing papers accordingly.
Got it. Okay.
Right? That is one way. Second way is you can, as you say, you have bundle of research questions in front of you, or you are looking into, okay, this year I want to write 3 papers or 4 papers. So what you can do, You can take a 1 year subscription, which is much cheaper, and you can do all your literature review of all the 4 papers in this year and complete it. At least your half of the work is completed,
Hmm.
right? Number 3, definitely, if you are not working alone, there would be your team. So you
Hmm.
can contribute, take one license, and everyone can use, because here there is no limitation that it has one screen, two screen, three screen. You can use it multiple times. So that's not a
Hmm.
challenge.
Got it.
So that is also one of the way that you can go ahead and you can explore. See, technology is more as much you can use it.
Hmm.
So just start using AI tools and you will understand which AI tools will support your purpose. So that's the thing. Anyone, any other query?
Yes, my sole query for the moment is the LR thing on the Excel sheet. So you are saying Elicit should be a solution for it, right?
Elicit, yeah, it is. Elicit is a solution for the same. Means you get a good number of papers, right? And then you can, based on that, you can create your own table, and it is it's a good one.
Okay, and ma'am, if we have already consolidated many papers, you know, if we are
Mhm.
already in the process where we have, uh, a list of papers with us. So to create that Excel sheet again, Elicit can be used, or we'll have to
Yes.
again renew
Yeah,
it.
you can use Elicit. You can use Elicit, and it will give you the related paper. Like you can upload one paper, and based on that paper, it will give you the relevant papers or related papers
Okay.
and create a table accordingly.
All right, great. And no limit, right?
Uh,
Is there a
I
limit?
guess in upgrade version there is no limit.
Okay.
It will give you
All
the
right.
access.
Fine. Thank you. That
You're
is one
welcome.
problem solved.
See, it will give you the papers with you, and you can go ahead and quite create your own accordingly.
Sure.
Right? Any other query? See, apart from that, you can have like chat PDF, ask your PDF. These are the AI tools which helps you to read the PDF file. So if you have a paper with you, it can give you the summary or the table that you are looking forward. Even the chat GPT can also give you, like I'll just give you one of the review, the table which you are looking into. Just a second. Mm, good. Okay. I want paper title. Mm, DOI. Mm, author research objective limitation. I'm just giving it's a brief one. Limitation on what else can be outcome. Okay. And I'll take one of the paper. Just a second. Mm, Okay. Yeah. So this is the paper, right? And here we go. So it's reading the document and it has created the
This I will have to do for per paper, right? We can't upload 3 or 4 papers and say, can you please give us all this? No, it has to be a per paper thing, right?
yeah, it is per paper thing. It is per paper thing that you identified, right?
Yeah, if you take the subscription, you can ask it to share a downloadable format of maximum
Okay.
10 papers.
This also
Okay.
for 10 papers. See, you can't upload 10 papers in this in one go.
So you
It
can
will take
upload and you can upload at one go if you've taken the paid version, and you can say that in
paid
this
version.
format.
In paid version, yeah, definitely.
Yes,
That is a
yes.
different one.
Paid
Uh,
version you can.
that's what I
Shruti,
was saying.
anything that is paid will give you a lot of more information. But the thing is,
Ah,
what all do you
Ah.
take paid, right? Again, the same question, which is
No,
very
but
relevant,
the
that how many
paid,
things do you subscribe to?
so, no, it depends, because the paid version, even I saw, you can, if I am writing a research paper wherein I'm doing a literature review, so I take it for a month, and month it is
Okay.
$20.
Okay.
Chat GPT. And Geet, I told you now, if you're taking Chat GPT with you get in paid version, you get the GPT store also.
Yes, yes, you
Access to the
mentioned.
GPT store. So
Correct, correct.
GPT store has all the access. So you don't have to purchase. So Concises is also like a Elicit.
Okay, okay.
So
2,000
GPT,
per month. It's a good endeavor.
yeah, seriously, that's correct. Shruti, it is very good one. So you can take that, and there are different other AI tools available in that. So
Okay.
you can use that. So that, and the second part is with your team, you can country now, and then you can take if you're feeling
Yes,
like it is.
yes.
You can like say, okay, this month I'm taking, next month you take, and then you can have at least 2 months and 3 months accordingly, and you can go ahead and do it.
Correct.
And see, for research, you need some investment.
Yes,
So this is a good investment that you can do it,
sure.
right? So
Yes.
please today go ahead and use it. What I have told right now, you can go ahead and use it. Tomorrow I'll share more of the not only other tools which we can use for read, even for writing also, because the uh, second challenge as a scholar comes how to write, or maybe sometimes it's not about the freshers, even as an experience, from where to start, the starting point. So that also can be supported by any of the AI tool that I would be discussing tomorrow. That how we can do the AI tools with terms of writing, plus even the statistical tools also. I'll share some of the statistical AI tools that can be used to go ahead with your data analysis and all. And then we will see, then the next steps comes with the journal finding, or my paper, the quality of my paper, to give a score to my paper, how my paper is looking into, whether it would be accepted, because of it is sometimes desk rejection is the most prominent one. So there are AI tools which will give you that what are the key points which you have to look into, which are still at a weaker section that you have to rework on those stuff. So there are AI tools that read your paper and do the scoring of your paper, the grading of your paper, that they do it. So we would be going ahead with those AI tools as well. I hope today's session you people at least got some idea that how to identify the how to do the brainstorming in terms of identifying your research question, looking into what is your research that you want to do it, and then accordingly identify the paper and read the paper also. So if you have any query, I'll just request Bola sir, give me 2 minutes. If anyone has any query, that we can go ahead and just resolve it. Otherwise, we will be looking forward for the tomorrow's session. Anyone has any query?
Bhola sir, I am always the one who is very problematic, I know. But I have many silly questions and I keep bothering all the trainers. So, ma'am, the question is that today I will sit down. I think we all will sit down with these various AI tools which you have told us today and tomorrow before we get ahead with the second, session. And if it is okay with you, then if we do have queries, we will definitely bother you, because it seems that a lot of questions are answered about the basic startup. So thank you so
Uh,
much for the guidance.
Geet, first of all, there is no botheration.
No, I
Please,
know, but you have a,
because
yeah, I
as
always
a
unschedule the
educator, na,
scheduled. Bola
so
sir has
please,
a very pretty smile on his face. He's a very patient man, and I make sure that I trouble, everyone. But I'm sorry, but I thank you so much for
no, no,
answering
no, no, no,
patiently
no.
the silly questions.
It is not silly questions. See, remember, there is nothing called silly word. Sometimes what
I know,
happens,
ma'am.
there are learners who get hesitant. Maybe they also have the similar question, but you are the one who asked on their behalf. So it's something like
Yes,
that. So there is no, and no question is silly. In the same way, no idea is silly.
yes, I know. I know,
It's
but
just we
it just
have to
sounds
do
like
the
that. Yes,
brainstorming. We just
yes.
need to brainstorming, and that's why I said unless and until it is not interactive, we'll not enjoy it. So I hope we had a good interaction, and rest of the participants also really appreciate these interactions, and they have learned. Maybe there are people who are not able to question, or they too have that query. So please don't hesitate on that front. You're most welcome. This is an open platform, and try to use ChatGPT even for your academic purpose also. Academic purpose in terms of number one, preparing your course plan, right? Delivering your lecture, even for your presentation. Don't, I'll not say waste your time, but at least utilize your time, your quality time. So we will also have a work-life balance and can enhance our KRA also, for which we generally have a good fight at the end of the day. And this is what? March. Yes,
Yes.
your all appraisal process has gone through.
No, thank you so much. It has been a pleasure. And thank you, Bola sir, for giving
Thank
this
you.
opportunity. Yes.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you,
Thanks,
madam.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
everyone. But don't say thanks right
Thank
now.
you, ma'am.
Tomorrow say thanks.
Oh,
No, this is thanks for the first bit. Now it's our homework time. Yeah, we will first study now this and then come back tomorrow, hopefully a little better.
Not a little better. I would say come the worst also.
Sure.
That would be the best part.
Thank you.
But if you have any query, like using the AI or something, please just drop it on the WhatsApp group, or Bola sir. He will just upload it on the WhatsApp group, and I will try to resolve it in the next session.
Thank you,
So
ma'am.
that will be help, right? So you just,
Yes.
so I also have the initial queries with me, so which will help me to go ahead and
Sure,
prepare
ma'am.
my tomorrow session, right? So
Yes.
thank you, everyone,
Thank you. Yes. Thank you
and
very much
thank
for
you,
your
ma'am.
good
time.
night, everyone. Take care.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good night.
Good night. Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.